Hey folks, Sam here with another Tennis Express racket review. This video focuses on the 2021 Head Radical Pro. The frame features a brand new mold this year with a slightly more round head shape and new thinner beam dimensions of 20, 21.5, and 21 millimeters. The 98 square inch head remains, but this Radical Pro raises the unstrung weight to 11.1 ounces, slightly heavier than the previous version. The 16-19 string pattern remains, but the main string spacing is a little denser for more control. Head's Graphene 360 Plus with spiral fiber technology provides the racket with a comfortable 64 flex. With a solid 329 swing weight and a more head-light balance, the Radical Pro places an emphasis on control. Let's see how Genie and Chris fared with the new Head Radical Pro. Special thanks to Lifetime Tennis and Athletic at the Galleria for letting us use their outstanding tennis facility.
The new Head Radical Pro was a very enjoyable racket to hit with. It's probably my favorite Radical to date. It does feel quite different from previous versions. To me, there is a significant difference in feel and spin. The feel has been enhanced thanks to the newest technology, and the ball seems to stay on the string bed a little bit longer so you get a little bit better spin and power. Although the string pattern is the same, the spacing feels more open, allowing for easy spin generation as well as a good balance of control and power. I also felt like the swing weight is more manageable this time, so you can easily generate fast swinging speeds without lacking in stability. I personally loved mixing up my forehands with this racket because I could easily hit heavy topspin when I was behind the baseline, but still step in and easily flatten out any balls that I wanted to take offense on. I was truly impressed with this new Radical Pro, and I believe it will suit any intermediate to advanced players who want plenty of feel, stability, and spin from a classic tweener frame.
The new Head Radical Pro for me was definitely a racket that I enjoy playing testing. I like the orange it pops out, it's very vibrant, and I enjoyed it because my forehands were definitely finding the court the way it needed to, my backhands as well. My overheads were very effective. The serve as well were a lot of kick serves that I tried to find the range with, which were very precise. And also trying to find a tee, which told me that, Head is trying to bring something different to the market. And really, this racket really has a lot of those things. And that really made the play testing a little bit better for me. I would recommend this racket to all players that play with Head or all adventurers out there who are fans of Head rackets. I would say that this racket really has a lot of control to it and a lot of feel to it, as well as it's on the heavier side. It's not just about being cosmetic overall, it's really new tech, new different ways of having to improve your game on the court. I would say that you should give this racket a try, and hopefully you like it as much as I did.
The Radical Pro has been redesigned for 2021, and it's clearly on the theme of increased control with a sacrifice of a little bit of power. I loved the thinned out beam. The racket has a little bit more weight than in previous generations, so you don't necessarily lose stability from the thinner beam. So if you can kind of juxtapose those two things, you get a thinner beam but slightly heavier weight. You're not going to get that loss of stability, and it's going to hold up against those bigger hitters. Though the MP is easier to swing, I would argue that you're going to get a little bit more muscle from the Pro. If you can generate good timing on your ground strokes, the Pro is going to punish your opponents with a little bit more depth, and it holds up really well to heavy hit passing shots when you're up at the net, and it handles pace from the back of the court extremely easily. I would recommend the Head Radical Pro to advanced all-court players who are really looking for that scalpel-like control in a performance frame. All in all, I much prefer the new design of this frame. The thinner beam amplifies the control, but still offers some explosive power for experienced shot makers. While this version has the same balance as the previous generation, this one seems to get through the air a little bit faster, and that might be due to the increase in weight. There might be a little bit more weight in the handle. So it's a little bit easier to swing, perhaps, than previous generation, even though it's a little bit heavier. Thanks for checking out our Tennis Express racket review of the Head Radical Pro. For more information on the frame and our demo string, check out the info below. As always, keep it right here at Tennis Express for the latest and greatest product releases from all your favorite brands. And don't forget our demo program. It's the best way to get you paired with the right racket.